beautiful babes out there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for watching today. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing my Trendmood box. This is for the month of November, and it was a collaboration with Nabla, so all the products in here are from Nabla. So if you're interested in seeing what I got, seeing what I think about the Trendmood box, as well as some looks that I created with the products in this box, then keep on watching. Alright lovelies, I hope everyone is doing well. I am so excited when I saw that this box was going to be all Nabla products and it had their new releases in it. I had to get it because the price of the box was so good for the value that you're getting from all the products that were being featured. So I can't wait to show you guys what's in here. But if you're new here and you like fashion, makeup, beauty, unboxings, then hit that subscribe button, join this little family we got going on, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video. I do try to post at least 2 to 3 times a week. But anyways, let's now get into this box. This went for $44 and it had 4 items in it. I'm going to show you guys everything, but if you don't know about the Trendmood box, it is not a monthly subscription. You kind of pay as you go, so you pick up the box if you're interested in it for that month. She shows you everything that's going to be in the box. You get to decide whether it is worth it for you or not, and the prices vary based on what's being featured in the box. So sometimes it's an all brand thing, or sometimes it's a variation of brands and the products and different types of products, but they're always really good stuff, and they're usually new releases in her boxes. I don't know how she does it, but she seems to get some really good stuff in all her boxes. So the first thing that was in the box, I'll show you guys close up since swatches and everything, but this is the Side by Side Nude palette from Nabla. They just released this a few weeks ago, but this is what the palette looks like. It does come with a big mirror and it has 16 shades in it. It's a variation of matte and metallics. This one right here is pretty like shimmery, and these ones are like more creamy, like traditional metallics. But it's a gorgeous nude palette. It has a good range of like pinky shades to cool tone shades to a little bit of warmth, and then a lot of neutrals. So I will have everything linked below where you can pick these up, because the Trendmood box is already sold out, but you can still pick this up on either the Nabla website. They sell it at Ulta as well as Beauty Bay. And then the next item that was in the box was the Ruby Light Pressed Glitter palette. So there's the outer carton. I believe this goes for $25, and this is what it looks like. It is an all pressed glitter little accent palette, which I think is just such a cool idea. And this is what all the shades are in here. There's just a lot of like little different glitters in each of them. It's so beautiful. It's a nice like range, and this is really good for people who love glitters, and this is really good for people who hate glitters, because instead of having it in like the palette, they've decided to put the glitters on the side as an accent palette. So I just wish that more brands would take note and do this. The next product that was in the box was the Major Pleasure Mascara. I believe this retails for $19, and this is what the carton looks like. It is on like, you know, the more high-end side of mascaras in terms of price, and then this is what it looks like, and the brush, but you should be seeing like up close shots of the brush and everything. And this is so nice. It does a great job at volumizing, lengthening, and fanning out the lashes. And then the last thing in here was a brush set. So here is the bag. Look how beautiful this little bag it came in. And this is Nabla right there. And then this was like a detailed eye brush set that had a bunch of different brush sizes. So from detailed small brushes to more bigger blendy brushes. But they're so soft, they feel super high quality. That was everything that was in the box. It was such a good value. Let me add everything up based on the prices on Trendmood. Looks like the total value of the box was $132, and I paid $44 for this, so I think it was definitely worth it, and I've loved everything that's been in this box. So now we're going to get into the looks. I'm gonna do 2 of them for you, and then I will wrap this video up with my final thoughts and everything. Okay guys, so for the look today, I'm thinking I'm gonna gravitate to like these pinky kind of shades that are in the palette. I have like this little pastel pink dress on and these pink earrings, so I think that's the look I'm going for. I'm also going to try to use one of these glitters, like maybe that one right there. Ignore the nails still, I have not done them. And I will be going in with the Nabla brushes today, as well as the mascara. So we'll see how all of these perform. I'm thinking now I'm going to go in with Bonjour first as my first like transition shade. I am using the N309 brush that was in the set, and it is just like a really long fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna use that in the crease. Today is gonna be like a really soft look, and I'm just gonna go more for a light pastel-y look, nothing dramatic, nothing crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to this shade right here called Beauty Mark, which is just a little deeper than what I use in the crease. And I'm using now the Nabla N305 brush. And I'm going to use that in the crease just to give a little bit more depth to look. I'm going to concentrate this more on the outer part. I'm thinking I'm going to go all over the lid with Magic Moment, and I'm going to lay down some glitter primer because that's just what I prefer. Alright, I think that worked just fine. I'm thinking I'm gonna use the same brush, which is so weird to be using this as the brush, into Magic Moment now and put that all over the lid. You know what? I think I want to grab a different brush. So I'm going to go in now with this brush here instead. This is the N103 brush, and it is a flat shader brush, so it's going to be easier than what I was just doing. And I'm going to lay that all over the glitter primer. This is such a nice shade. For some reason I feel like it's more on the creamy side, and it's not really picking up that much on the brush. So I'm thinking I'm going to go into my finger instead. Yeah, it has a very creamy texture to it, and I think it'll be easier to do it that way. And ignore the nails. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, it goes way better on that lid with the finger. So I'm going to go back in with the big fluffy brush we were using from the start. And I'm going to go into Beauty Mark a little bit and just make sure we didn't lose too much of that subtle depth that we were creating. And then same brush, I'm going to go back into Bonjour. At the top. Now I'm going to take this brush right here. This is the N204 brush. And I'm going to do something on the bottom lash line. I think I'm just going to go in with Beauty Mark, the shade that we've been using also in the crease, and use that just on the lower part. Okay, so now I'm thinking I'm going to go in a little bit with Clan. Right here, a little bit with the shade on the outer corner, just a little. Just a very little bit. And maybe put a little bit up here. I don't know. I can't help myself to want to deepen this look up. I'm not the best at doing like super soft looks. I'm just not. Alright, now I'm going to do my inner corner highlight, and I'm going to take the N303 brush right here. This will be perfect for the inner corner. And I'm going to use the shade Body and Soul. And I'm thinking I'm going to pick that up on the brush, and I'm going to wet it a little bit just to get some maximum shine. So I got the shade on here. I'm going to wet that brush a little bit, and we'll see. Pick up some more. It's like a nice little pink shimmer. More like a peachy shimmer, actually. Okay, I like that. Let's see, let me see if I can build it up some more. That was a little bit more subtle for my taste. So I'm going to take this little flat brush again, the brow brush, and I'm going to take Ray of Light right here, and I'm going to use that in the very center just to add a little bit more brightness. Just feel like we need a little bit more. There we go. That was definitely a lot brighter. More what I was looking for. So I think the look would have been fine just from here, putting on some liner and mascara. But because it's me, I like to have a little bit of pizzazz in my life. So I'm going to use one of these pressed glitters. And I'm going to use this shade right here called Virgo. Hopefully we'll focus on that. It's such a pretty pink glitter with like little blue shimmers and holographic shimmers in it. I'm just going to put a little bit right in the inner corner. And I'm just going to lay down a little bit of glitter primer. Just right here. That's all I'm gonna do. Nothing crazy. Now, of course, if you're following me here, you could skip this step. You do not have to do this if you didn't want to. I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit, just the teeniest amount, and put that right in the very, very corner. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so that's all I'm going to put on. Of course, I said I was just going to put a very teeny amount. And then next thing you know, I kept putting more and more on. But that is what happens to me when it comes to glitters and shimmers. But this is pretty much all that I'm going to use in the eyes now. And now I'm going to do the mascara part with you guys. And some liner. And we'll get this look squared away. Alright, I am back. So what I did off camera was I did a little bit of a wing, like a teeny one with the gel eyeliner from ColourPop in the shade Mr. Bing. It's a brown liner, and I just did a little bit of smudging, nothing crazy. And then in the waterline, I went in with the ColourPop gel liner and a Good Reef. It's like a baby pink shade. And that's what's down here. So just like a little bit of baby pink down there. So now we're gonna go on with the mascara and see how well it does. I'm gonna do it on one eye first so we can compare the difference with, you know, mascara and no mascara on my lashes. So we will see. Let's see. So I'm gonna start with one coat first. All right, wow. That's a huge difference. This is just one coat of the mascara, and I definitely feel like it separates the lashes and kind of fans them out and gives them volume as well as the length, but it's a major difference between the mascara with none on my lashes. Like, wow. So let's go in with a second coat and see how much bigger it can get. I mean, wow. This is why I love mascara. It just makes such a dramatic difference with a look. Wow. Okay, this is a second coat, and it makes it even look more fanned out and long. And I am really impressed. It's not a clumpy formula at all. It definitely separates the lashes and just fans them out, but gives length without being clumpy, and gives volume too without being clumpy. I really like this so far. I'd have to wear it for a while to see whether it flakes or smudges or anything. But so far I'm impressed. So I'm gonna go do the other lash and my bottom part, and then I will show you guys the finished look. Guys, this is the finished look, and it's gorgeous. I love it. It's a beautiful nude palette, and this is a nice nudie pinky look, and the mascara is stunning, and it went on the bottom lashes so well. It just clung to the lashes and gave so much volume down there as well. But I think this look came out nice and beautiful and subtle and feminine, and that was my look with the palette. Anyways, let's get to the next portion of this video. Okay, so I have you zoomed in, and this is look number 2 that we're about to do with this beautiful palette right here. I'm thinking I'm going to concentrate on the gray shades down here and do a very cool toned gray look. So I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna start with the gray. Normally I start with the darkest one, but I think I wanna go gray first and then we'll add the black. Okay, let's do this. So let's see how this gray goes on. This is such a nice gray. I love using grays on my eyes. I know a lot of people usually stay away from grays for some reason, but I just love making smoky looks with a nice gray crease. Okay, sorry, I forgot to mention I was using the 306 brush in the bundle. Now I'm going to take this little blendy brush and I'm gonna go in with the black. This is what brush? 205 is the brush number in this one. But I'm going into the black Untitled shade and I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm going to start off slow because black can easily get out of hand when you're using a black matte. You don't want to lay too much down too quick. It's good to kind of build on that. So I'm going to go back in with the original blending brush back into Cubism, the gray shade, and just make sure I didn't lose any on the edge and just to blend out the black. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to do something a little different than what I was going to go in and do. I think I'm going to take Untitled, the black shade, and also use it in the inner part, kind of do a smoky halo eye. I usually don't do that, but let's try something different on here, okay? So I'm just going to put a little bit in the inner corner, blend it up. That looks good. This matte is actually really easy to work with, this black. I think that's looking good. So I'm gonna go back into Cubism, the gray. Just work that on the edge so we didn't lose too much gray. So now I'm thinking I'm going to, what shade do I want to use? I'm going to go into Love Ritual right here, and I'm going to use that in the center of the eyes. But I do want to lay down some glitter primer on my lids. I'm going to use my NYX glitter primer, and I'll be right back. I'm going to go in with the shade Love Ritual right in the center with the same brush I was using. This is the Morphe M421 brush. This is what I used to put on the glitter primer. And I'm going to pick that shade up, and I'm just going to lay that down. That is such a beautiful gray, but like, well, silver, but on the darker side. It's more like a gunmetal. It's not as like vibrant as like a traditional silver. Thinking, what do I want to run on the lower lash line? I think I want to go in with Clan, which is like a gray toned brown shade right here, and use that on the lower lash line. I'm going to take this little pencil brush. This is the 303 brush, and these brushes are so soft and really high quality. They're beautiful. So I'm going to use that on the lower part, just to use another shade in this palette. I love this. I love how smoky it is. And I'm going to take a little bit of Untitled, the black shade, on just the outer corner. Outer corner here. So I'm going to use Ray of Light right here, this like shimmery champagne shade, and I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. I'm just going to take the same pencil brush, clean it off, and I'm going to pick that up. See how well it picks up. And then I'm going to pop that right just a little bit in the inner corner. I'm not going to take this one up too high like I normally do with my highlights. I just want to keep it right there in the center. Do the same thing to the other eye. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go do some liner, something in the waterline, some mascara, and figure out what I'm going to do on my lips, and then I'll be right back. Okay, here is the finished look. I went in with the ColourPop gel liner in the shade is Swerve. It's just a black eyeliner. I just wanted to keep it smoky, so I ran that in the waterline, and I did go in with a little bit of liquid liner on the top line and just did like the line just to have one there, but I didn't create a wing or anything because I felt like the look was smoky enough and didn't need a wing. And for the lashes, I went in with the Major Pleasure mascara again from Nabla, and it's amazing. I just love this formula. I can't get enough of it. But that is what's on the lashes. And then for the lips, I went in with this Melt Cosmetics matte lipstick in the shade Stefford. It's just a nice gray toned purple shade. I just thought it tied really nicely with this cool tone look. But that was the finished look. So let's now get into my final thoughts on all the products. Okay guys, I had a really fun time with this palette. I love how versatile this Side by Side palette is. I like that you can go deep, you can go light, you can go a little bit more warm, you can go super cool tone like this. And I just love that they have options, and it's very versatile, and the formula is Nabla's usual amazing formula. The mattes are creamy, they're super blendable, the shimmers are nice and creamy, especially this shade right here. I really love. It's like super shimmery. There's all these little shimmer specks in it, and then all the other ones are just like these creamy metallics. I do love this gray kind of gunmetal metallic. It's beautiful, but it's a great palette. I don't think you could go wrong with this. I highly recommend it. So if you're looking for a nude palette to add to your collection, or you're just a huge lover of nude palettes, then I would definitely recommend picking this up if you were eyeing it out and this was something you wanted to try. And then in terms of the glitter palette, I think it's so cute that it's in a little quad and that it's separated from the main palette as like an accent palette. This is just great for people who like glitters and they just want to pick up some glitters to add to their collection, because there's just a lot of people who don't like having glitters in their palette. So to put them off on the side in this little mini quad, I think is such a good idea, and I wish more brands would do this, just because people hate having pressed glitters in their palette, and there are the few of us like me who like pressed glitter, so this gives us an option to have our fill of glitter. For the Major Pleasure mascara, it is a pleasure to work with this, okay? It is an amazing formula. It's on the wet side, but not overly wet where everything is just smearing everywhere. It makes your lashes look so long, so bold, and they just fan out. So I just love how dramatic these make my lashes look. And I just think overall it's a good formula. It doesn't flake on my eyes. I wore it all day, the last look that I did, and I didn't have any flaking, no smearing, no smudging with this. Now, this is not a waterproof formula. I don't see anywhere on the box that it says waterproof. So if you have a super watery eyes and things tend to smear on you, I don't know if that will do that, because I don't tend to suffer from watery eyes or issues like that. But I do love it. If you like dramatic fanned out lashes, you would probably really like this mascara. As for the brushes, hell yeah, I love these brushes. They are so high quality, they're so soft, and it has a variety of shapes where you can get more of a fanned out blending, or you can do some more detailed work. So it's a good variety of brush shapes in here. Okay, that was my thoughts on all the products in this box. I hope this video was helpful, whether it was to help you decide on whether you wanted to pick up any of these items, or if you have any of these items, how to maybe create a look with them if you got the Trendmood box or picked up any of these Nabla products. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what you thought, if you picked up the box, if you love it, if you hate it. I love hearing from all of y'all. And if you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up so I know to keep making this kind of content. And if you're new here and you like fashion, makeup, beauty, reviews, and then hit that subscribe button and join this little family we got going on. And don't forget to check out the description. Everything will be linked below where you can find these products, as well as Trendmood Box's website, in case you want to get more information or sign up for their newsletter. It's really helpful if you do. But that was everything, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me, and I just hope everyone is doing well wherever you are in the world, something you love and like. But until next time, bye guys.